seeing Chrono Radical Dreamers Edition get announced at the Nintendo Direct, I decided why not play its prequel, Chrono Trigger, and see for myself whether I like it or not. I played the Steam version of Chrono Trigger and this is my impression. During my playthrough of Chrono Trigger, I encountered very few major bugs. However, there are two bugs I would like to point out. First being the capped 20 FPS bug. For whatever reason, the game was capped at 20 FPS instead of 60. To solve this, I had to enable all control support on Steam and disable vertical sync off in NVIDIA's control panel. The other issue is the pixel tiles in the open world. On Steam has two graphics settings, original and high resolution. Original tries to replicate the original graphics of the SNES version, while high res has updated visuals for high resolution displays according to the in-game text. I decided to play in the original graphics as I found the high resolution takes away the pixel art and character sprites looks too blurred for my liking. Chrono Trigger is a JRPG developed by Squaresoft and was released in 1995 for the SNES console. The development of the game started in 1992 when Sakaguchi, Hori, and Toriyama traveled together on a computer graphics research trip to the US, where they decided they wanted to collaborate on a project. What will be known later as the Dream Team, Minoru Sakaguchi, creator of Final Fantasy, Akira Toriyama, Dragon Ball, Uematsu, the legendary Final Fantasy composer, Yuji Horii, the creator of Dragon Quest, and Kazuhiko Aoki, who assembled the team, worked together alongside 20 to 60 developers in total. It was originally developed under the name Mother Island, since the game was originally planned to be entry in the Seiken Densetsu, aka the Mana series, and planned for a Super Famicom disk drive, a CD-ROM add-on peripheral for SNES. In the end, the Super Famicom disk drive never got released due to the broken relationship between Sony and Nintendo, and Sony would later develop something called PlayStation. Yeah, never heard of it. Anyways, the game got abandoned and revised to what would become Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger launched on March 11, 1995 in Japan and a few months later to North America, but not in Europe until much later. Since then, the game has been praised and been ported into PlayStation 1, Nintendo DS, Android, iOS, and Steam. With the DS version and later on the mobile and Steam version, they added additional content, post-game dungeons, a new ending, and updated translations. You start the game as Chrono, the red-haired silent protagonist living in a small town of Truce, in the year 1000 AD. After a conversation with your mom, you're headed to the Millennium Festival, then you bump into Marl, and together you explore the festival, and eventually run into Cross, Luca, Chrono's childhood friend and genius inventor. She and her father demonstrate the latest invention, a teleporter, but as Marl gets eagerly excited to try it out, her necklace reacts and opens up the gate, transporting Marl to the past, leaving up to Chrono and Luca to chase after her, starting the story of Chrono Trigger. Through the gates and the end of time, which acts as the hub for the game's time periods, you travel across different time periods, encountering new party members and enemies alike to get back to their own timeline. Eventually, you learn that an ancient being named LAVOS, in the year 1999 AD, awakens and destroys the world. Chrono and the gang then decides to take it upon themselves to stop it from happening. Chrono Trigger is one of those games that has multiple endings, and the ending you will get depends on a few factors. When you decide to fight LAVOS, and which party members are in your party, as some are optional. Battles can be either fought in wait or active time battle system. Wait is standard turn-based, while active the time never stops. In my case, I played through the game using wait mode as I wanted to have the time to think and strategize my battles. With the PC and mobile version, there's an auto battle feature where the party will automatically attack as soon as the ATB is filled and speeds up the game by 1.5x time speed. However, the party is limited to normal attacks and you don't have any control of what they're doing. Party members are swappable from the pause menu and you can swap any available party member at any given time point while free roaming. You will always have 3 playable characters in your party at all times, and for most part of the game, Chrono is the only one you won't be able to swap. But after he dies, everyone is swappable. As you defeat enemies, you will earn TP, short for tech points. When enough TPs are collected, an active party member will unlock a new tech. Techs are the character's special abilities, and can be combined with other party members to create devastating combos called double and triple techs. You earn techs by defeating enemies. All members level up after defeating enemies and gaining experience points. Even non-active members will gain XP, so you don't have to worry about leveling up, grinding all the time. However, they won't gain tech piece. So if you want unlock all techs, you will need to grind. However, some techs are locked behind accessory items. Later in the game, human party members will be able to learn magic from Specchio in a separate room in the end of time hub world. Why Specchio is there and how he unlocks a user ability to use magic is never really explained, but let's roll with it. All characters have upgradable gear you can gain by buying from Weaponsmith, find them in the open world, or use a tech like Ayla's Charm to steal from enemies. Male and female characters have exclusive gears, but for the most part, most items you find can be used by everyone. Enemies in this game can be for the most part avoided, and there is no transition to battle screen, but rather the area where you encounter the enemy becomes the battlefield, meaning with the exception of the intro battle animation, there are no loading scenes. Lastly, the Chrono Trigger has a New Game Plus mode, allowing you to keep your items, level, experience, and effects, and replay through the game, experience all other endings, and post-game content. But to unlock it, you will have to beat LAVOS through the Black Omen dungeon. While the game has its minor issues, overall my time with Chrono Trigger was an enjoyable experience from a well-developed story to the gameplay loop. So with that said, if you're looking to explore a Square Enix title outside of Final Fantasy, I highly recommend Chrono Trigger. Until the next video, thank you so much for watching.